All right, we are back with our Vacation Week segments with Lorraine Simpson. She is going to tell us about some great travel adventure destinations that you can check out this summer if you're looking for a last-minute getaway. But before we get there, what do you got on there? And do you have a second one for me?
We're going on safari. Okay, not safari. This is what you have to wear in Uganda if you're going to go gorilla trekking.
Ooh.
And I just got back, and I have to tell you, it was mind-blowing, life-changing. Gorilla trekking in Uganda wasn't something that was on my bucket list. I'm not really an active, fitness person, but it was probably the most beautiful country I've ever seen in my entire life.
Wow.
And it was, you could see not just the big five, but you could see the big seven, right? So, and that was right by our truck. So it was just unbelievable. The big seven is all of the big five that you know, the buffalo and the rhino. You don't see many rhinos now because they are endangered, as you know. But you also get to see chimps and gorillas, and they track all the way through. So they send out these people that are with machetes, and they cut through the trail and they track it for you, and then they tell you where the gorilla's going to be. And yesterday there was a baby born in Burundi right in front of the tourists.
Oh my! Well, that is 100% going to be on my list, but we do have some others, and the first one we're going to talk about is the Caribbean.
Yeah, so adventure travel is specifically what I want to talk about, because adventure travel right now is hot. And if you go into the Caribbean, you go to places like Costa Rica, and you can really go hiking in the jungle, you can go zip lining. It's an absolutely stunning location, great for adventure travel people, and absolutely beautiful. And of course, Porter Airlines direct from Ottawa right now, flights coming soon.
And we love direct flights right from Ottawa. Next up, northern France, a very different swing.
Yes, so let's say you want to go to Europe, but you don't really want the big heat wave that's going on. Northern France, like this is Mont Saint-Michel. It is stunning. And you can go and taste Calvados. You can go and, of course, taste wine. There are beautiful beaches. You've got Normandy beaches. You've got Honfleur, which is where all the boats come in with the catch of the day. So you can see these beautiful giant towers of seafood. Just gorgeous. And best tip, drive around, rent a car, drive around, fly straight into Paris, because it's a really cheap place to fly into. Hubs are always best, Paris, Amsterdam, something like that. And then fly there and then drive. Just go and enjoy. And just stop and don't have an agenda. Adventure without agenda.
I love that.
That's the thing.
And you know what I love? We're going to hop in the car here. We're getting off the car and into a different transportation vehicle, onto a boat.
Well, river cruising. Oh, it's my thing. I took my kids a couple of years ago. They loved it too, and they're late teens. River cruising is just the most underrated thing for younger people. You can now do river cruising with an active and adventure twist. So you can go kayaking on the rivers, you can go hiking, climbing up mountains, all that kind of thing. It's a really cool thing. And to get a last-minute one in the summer, you can still find some last-minute deals. Sign up directly with the river cruise companies and just go from somewhere like Amsterdam is your best bet. Amsterdam, I would say the Moselle and the Rhine and the Danube are my favorites. And I love Christmas markets on the Danube. Oh, Christmas markets. Oh, I love Christmas markets.
Like, I'm just imagining all of this with the Christmas festivities on the side with the waterfront. Like, that is such a beautiful scene. How could you not enjoy that?
And they do it well in Europe. Christmas is just an explosion of color and an explosion of smells. And you go through different markets and the smells and the tastes and just the things that they make. It's just wonderful. I mean, we do it here too, but not as well as Europe, I don't think.
No.
So let's move on.
And our final one, something, I feel like so many of my friends over the last 5 years have really traveled to South Africa, and all they have is amazing perspective things to talk about.
So South Africa is probably one of my favorite places in the world. My son actually just moved there, and he's a chef at a lodge. And it is just so cosmopolitan in Cape Town. Right outside of Cape Town, you've got the wine region of Franschhoek-Stellenbosch. But the best thing is, although it's a long flight, and I've been finding flights at around 12 to 1,600 Canadian dollars. Very, very reasonable. But once you get there, expect to pay about $20 for dinner. Really, really affordable, because our dollar is going a long way in South Africa. I've got a guy actually where my son works. He's given me a really fantastic deal $250 per person per night, including a safari. And that's just on the edge of Kruger. So really a fantastic destination to go to right now. Definitely good for the adventure lovers. You've got the big five, of course. We saw the long super tuskers. He's called Craig in Kenya, and I can't remember the name of the guy, the big elephant in Kruger, but you can easily see him. He's about 45 years old, and he has tusks all the way down to the ground.
And like, how cool is that? And you're not going to see that anywhere else.
No.
So like, look at all these different places. South Africa, river cruising, which we talked about, Northern France, the Caribbean. We thank you so much, Lorraine, for your time today, because you've given us not only great tips, but great locations that we can go to.
And we can also give away 2 free flights on those new Porter Airlines flights down to anywhere that Porter flies. They just have to head over to my social media at Lorraine Simpson Travels or my website, lorrainesimpson.com.
Oh, perfect. Well, we definitely appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much.